In a small southern town teeming with charm and whispers of old tales, there was a bakery that housed the most delectable treats one could imagine. Owned by an elderly woman named Miss Clara, the bakery was renowned far and wide for one special dish, her famous peach cobbler. Miss Clara was a spry woman in her 80s, with a heart as warm as her oven and a twinkle in her eye that hinted at secrets of old recipes passed down through generations. The townsfolk loved Miss Clara dearly, not only for her sweet creations but for her kind heart. Every summer, when peaches were in abundance, the town would gather at her bakery for the annual Peach Cobbler Festival. It was a day that everyone looked forward to with great anticipation. Young and old, rich and poor, they all flocked to share in the sweetness and camaraderie that Miss Clara's peach cobbler embodied. However, this particular summer came with an unexpected turn. A newcomer arrived in town, a chef named Jacob, who had traveled all the way from a bustling New York kitchen in search of rest and inspiration. Jacob was curious about the small town's obsession with peach cobbler and decided to attend the festival. On the day of the festival, the bakery was alive with laughter and chatter, the aroma of cinnamon and warm peaches wafting through the air. Jacob observed as the townsfolk indulged in this local delicacy, their eyes closing with each bite as if savoring a moment of pure bliss. His curiosity was piqued, seeing how something so simple could bring such profound joy. Miss Clara, having noticed the young stranger, warmly invited him to try her cobbler. Jacob, eager to understand its magic, accepted her offer. As he took his first bite, a multitude of flavors danced on his palate. The sweetness of ripe peaches combined with buttery, flaky crust and a hint of cinnamon created a symphony of taste that was both comforting and delightful. Intrigued and inspired, Jacob inquired about the secret to Miss Clara's cobbler. With a gentle smile, Miss Clara leaned in and whispered, "It's made with love, a hint of nutmeg, and generations of happiness." Jacob knew that such a recipe was impossible to replicate in a city kitchen. As the festival continued, Jacob realized that what made Miss Clara's peach cobbler truly special wasn't just the ingredients, but the sense of community it fostered. The cobbler was a vessel for stories, laughter, and connections, each bite a reminder of what truly mattered. Upon returning to New York, Jacob brought with him more than just the memory of the most delicious cobbler he'd ever had. He carried a newfound understanding of the profound simplicity of heartfelt traditions. Inspired by his experience, he adapted his approach to cooking, focusing on the human connections fostered around food rather than just the ingredients themselves. In the heart of the bustling city, Jacob opened a small bistro that became New York's little slice of that southern town, where people could gather, share stories, and perhaps experience a slice of the warmth and camaraderie that Miss Clara's peach cobbler embodied. And so, the spirit of Miss Clara's beloved peach cobbler spread to the city, uniting people over shared meals and cherished moments, all thanks to the humble sweetness of ripe peaches.